God made no mistakes when he made women, especially black women. Like, I mean, seriously, like, look at me. Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janine if you are new here. And well, I'm actually new here too, so we're going to get to know each other. So I have decided I'm going to make Sunday my film edit and post day. So pray for me with these two kids, and let's say a prayer. So my business, Just a Girl, and I just want to touch a little bit more on what Just a Girl means, and you know what it's all about. I've been, you know, my previous 2 vlogs I promoted my products, but Just a Girl is a woman empowerment brand, which 5 years ago, y'all, this year I launched Just a Girl to the world. Like, just put it out there. Really had no true idea where I wanted it to go, but I had a vision of like bridging the gap amongst women, embracing our feminine side, not shying away from like what makes us women and girls and all that good stuff. So my brand is geared toward, you know, self-love, self-care, femininity, sisterhood for sure. And I felt like it was important for me to come on here today and talk about what it means to me, right? To me to be feminine, embrace my femininity. I don't know why that word is so hard to say. And just help other women understand, you know, like, it's important to tap back into that. You know, we live in such a male dominant world, and I get it. You know, you feel like you gotta be hard, you gotta be, you know, very masculine to get your point across. But sometimes when you're in that role and you're kind of just, you're just going with it, it can strip away the soft, gentle side that, you know, we as women are created and naturally who we are, right? So on my Instagram, I had put up a poll asking the women who follow me and just what femininity meant to them. And also the poll of, are they a feminine woman? Like, do you feel like you're a very feminine woman, right? Yes or no, and just asking the questions. What I will say, it's really hard for me to, not hard, I struggle with, you know, you're really trying to build build my sisterhood, build my following, really grow and have solid engagement amongst the women who follow me. So I struggle with when I'm putting out these questions or polls and I don't really get the response that I want. You know, people are seeing, you might have 100 views, but no one's answering the question. So I really struggle with that. I really battle with it, because the only way for me to really grow my brand, give people what they want, of course while staying true to myself, is to really see what the women who do follow me, who do support me, who do show up and like, comment, share all my stuff, whatever that might be. I do really need that engagement. So if you are watching this video and you do follow me on Instagram, I would really love if you just engage more. And if you may feel like, and even the question that I want to ask is like, why, you know, like, we follow people, you know, we're all up in each other's business, but we don't really engage. So I just really want us to just really engage more. So I did have a few women answer the question. I think my poll of yes or no, let me actually grab my phone and tell you for sure so I can like not bullshit you. I asked the question, are you a feminine woman, right? And we have, so let me just say this, I have about almost 1,800 followers, right? Still growing, still, you know, trying to grow my sisterhood, grow my following. So are you a feminine woman was the question. Let's see if you guys can see if it, I don't know if it's going to focus, I'm not sure. But so 26 women said yes indeed, 3 said not really, right? So we got 26 who said yes indeed, 3 not really. But I asked the question, what does femininity mean to you? And one woman said being soft, graceful, and being submissive. I had another woman say, my other question was to like follow back up on the poll. I like to engage back on my polls, like, you know, kind of get I ask a question, but like I don't want to just to leave a question yes or no and don't really follow through on like what the purpose is, right? So I asked the question, if you do answer the question, yeah, if you answered the question, are you a feminine woman, yes or no? If you answered yes, what makes you feminine, right? Someone else says, I wanted to ask that question to the person specifically, right? So one woman said dressing up. Another woman said my gentle spirit, the peace I have within, and the love I have for me and how I make others feel. I also had another woman who stated that for her, it is what makes a woman feminine is her being able to embrace her gentleness and sensitivity, her being able to walk in her softness boldly. So when I say I absolutely love all the responses, like, and everyone's saying the same thing, like it's about you being soft, gentle, you know, submissive, just, you know. But when you hear someone saying like being able to walk in her softness boldly, that is what I really want to touch on when I think about, you know, being feminine. And it's so much grace, and it's so, and it is just like you feel like you walking on a pillow, you know, because you're so soft. So I think there's a lot of controversy, and we can, you know, we can talk about Kevin Samuels if we want to, but there's a lot of controversy going on right now about, and I'm speaking about in the black community, the black women, because my brand is geared toward black women. But we're talking about, this is a controversy amongst all women, but specifically, you know, amongst the black community, black women, how we've been raised, how we were brought up, what we were taught. There's a lot of controversy based around just us not being feminine enough. You know, like we have been raised, and I'm speaking my own personal opinion and my own personal experience. We have been raised and taught that you have to be strong, independent, you know, you gotta just be this hard exterior that it in turns affects your interior, right? So we've been just taught like we gotta be superwoman and all, like we just, and it has, but from our grandmothers, our mothers, you know, the people we are close with, the people that we see, what we see on TV, music, everything, right? Like we've been taught as black women, you have to show up a certain way, and if you soften up, or if you let your guard down, or if you are submissive, if you are boldly walking in your softness, then you are weak. You know, it's this idea that you're weak if you are just trying to be as soft and gentle and as, you know, feminine as possible. And I guess I should backtrack. Let's first look up the meaning of femininity, right? Like just the pure definition. Like what, you know, what does femininity mean, right? And we already know, like so femininity, I just literally Googled this. I'm Googling this. It is qualities or attributes regarded as a characteristic of women. And we know that the opposite of femininity is masculinity. So there's woman and there's man, right? And a lot of women, unfortunately, are crossing over into the masculine side of just how we show up, how we carry ourselves, how we respond, how we walk, how we talk, how we behave, you know, all those different things. And when you break down, you know, let's go into the other definition of what makes a woman feminine, you know. Again, I'm just Googling these responses, right? So these are traits that Google says. Traits that makes a woman feminine is sensitivity, sweetness, supportiveness, gentleness, warmth, passion, cooperativeness, expressiveness, modesty, humility, empathy, affection, tenderness, being emotional, kind, helpful, devoted, understanding, have been cited as stereotypical meanings of feminine. And as I'm reading that, I agree 100%. And I'm reading it and all I see is, this is what Just a Girl is about. Like, this part about, for me, so I'll say what the things that I believe make me feminine based on that is being gentle, being soft, you know, being modest, you know, and also, and I don't mean modest, we don't have to go into like modest of just like how you dress, but just overall, like when you are able to be modest and like tone it down and carry yourself a certain way, and the calm, the gentle, all those things. And I think when you carry those things, like you hold onto those things, they kind of like who you are. People notice, people can see the feminine side of you just by the way you walk and you talk. Like I truly believe that, you know, I truly believe that that is key in being a feminine woman, because it just kind of like it's like a beam of like, oh, like kind of beaming off of you. And I think that where a lot of women, of again how we were raised as Black women, we don't feel like, we feel like if we're too gentle, if we're too soft, if we're too, you know, if we're too cooperative, if we're too, you know, like, then we're stripping away from like being an independent woman. It's like, no, sis, let me tell you this right now. You can be as bossed up as you want to be and need to be, and still be very feminine, still be very soft, still be very just very feminine. You know, I think it's easier said than done to, let's say, hypothetically, run a whole business and you know, be the person who's cutting the checks for a whole team, while feeling like if I show up and I'm too soft, or I'm too understanding, or if I'm too calm, or if I'm too sensitive, or if I'm too emotional, people are going to walk over you. And it's like, that's not the case. I just want us to understand, like, we don't have to turn into the man per se and just have all this testosterone and this aggression and this, you know, emo soft side, because a lot of them don't have that softness at home. So that is, again, I'm just using it as an example of like, I think that has really helped and worked for my profession with my students, of just being soft, gentle, girly, you know, whatever you want to call it. It has really helped. And I think that just building my business and my brand, and embracing, showing women that I'm not afraid to embrace my soft side. I'm not afraid to be feminine and be soft and be submissive and be cooperative. I'm not afraid to do that at all. You know, I'm not afraid, and I'm not going to allow anyone to make me feel like I should shy away from it. You know, because it's so much easier to go with what everyone else feels like you should be doing than to stand out boldly, which is one of the words that one of the women who, you know, I share with y'all, I really love the word boldly, because it's like you're really taking back your own power and just being bold, and like be boldly, you know, unapologetically selfish when it comes to like who you are and who you want to be. And I love everything about being a woman. I love everything about being feminine. I just love who God created us to be. And he created man and woman for a reason. He put things in us for a reason, you know, like that's why we are meant to be man and woman together, because a woman has these things, a man has these things. His hard exterior versus your soft, his hard interior or in exterior, and your soft interior and exterior is what is supposed to like mesh you together. Like for you to soften him up some, for him to give you, like it's just supposed to mesh together. And if we are women and a man, and we are the women, and we're both giving off this masculine aggressive energy, it's going to be hard for us to come together. It's going to be hard for us to work together. It's especially for women, you know, for two women to come together, or multiple to come together and grow together, and we have a very masculine aggressive woman, and you're like super soft, and you're trying to like create and build, and it's like, it's weird, you know. So I think overall it can all affect just relationship that we have with people and just with ourselves when we don't really tap into that soft feminine side. You know, it's nothing wrong with being a woman, being soft, being who God created you to be. You know, again, sometimes it's hard to do that because it's just kind of been what you've seen all your life. You know, it's been what you've seen all your life. So I think that God made no mistakes when he made women, especially black women. Like, I mean, seriously, like, look at me. You know, it's like, no, but he made no mistakes. And we sometimes get so caught up in like the terminology and the words that we could get wrapped up in that it takes away from the purpose and the point of what is being said. You know, like, let's not get caught up in the word cooperativeness, being soft, gentle, and view it as, oh, you weak. It's like, no, you're a woman, and that's okay. And let's not judge the other woman who is soft, who is gentle. Don't view her as weak. You know, she's just tapping into her feminine side. She's tapping into her femininity and embracing it wholeheartedly and very boldly. You know, and I hope that we all can do that in a very bossed up, fly, get cute, like, girl, like, I mean, and this goes beyond, you know, just about appearance. But in my opinion, being a feminine woman is also in your appearance. I truly believe that. I think that also, you know, how you dress, how you walk, you know, just how you keep yourself together. It's all a part of being a woman. And that doesn't have to have like a dollar amount or specific amount of money in order to look and feel a certain kind of way. But I do think that it just all ties together. You know, as a woman, we are, when you're put together as a whole, you're unstoppable. You know, based on how you walk, you talk, you look, you act, it all goes together, and it just all correlates. And the more you realize that I'm a whole package deal, like, you realize that you are a whole package, because what you look like and how you show up and how you dress has to match how you act and how you speak and how you come off to people. It has to match. That's a part of being a feminine woman. It really does have to match. You can't be the girl who walks in heels and carries your pocketbook everywhere you go, but then curse people out every chance you get, or just aggressive, or just like, you know, like, let's soften up. Girl, it's okay to be soft. It's okay. I'm telling you, it's okay. You know, we can be cute, you know, do all the cute stuff, but in all seriousness, it's okay. So I did a lot of rambling. I hope it all makes sense. I hope that if you are watching this, you can not shy away from being the woman that you want to be. Shy away from your feminine side. Embrace it, girl. Tap into it. You know, dig deep inside and really just, and again, like, it's just an aura that's going to just start to like come off of you, and you're going to have so much grace and walk with grace and walk boldly and walk with confidence, and it's just all going to just flow together. So I challenge you, and I would love for you to comment below in the comments to tell me, after watching this video, what makes you feminine. And if you aren't feminine, let's ask a question, why? You know, we're all growing every day as a woman, as a person, just in general. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but we're going to get there, girl. You are beautiful. You know, you just got to tap into that side of you that you have been shying away from, and let people know, like, you're here, you know. So comment and just let's talk about it. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. I really enjoyed, you know, having this conversation, and I would again love to really just keep talking about it. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Really liked it. I mean, not like it, but I really want to get some engagement and feedback. So comment, share it, share with your girlfriends, and even you and your girlfriends can conversate about this topic. Like, let's talk about this. Let's not shy away from it, and let's not make people feel like the outsider or weak if they do want to talk about being more feminine, you know. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys soon.